The last thing it did just got rid of the evil vampires. Would you like to press the button? I pressed the red. There was an ear-popping noise and a flicker of years, and I was floating in a balloon above the corner of Marshall Road. I could see our house from above. I could see the bicycles in the back garden. I could see the rabbit hutch. "We're here," I said, and I patted Professor Steg on the back ridge plates. It was very nice. It was very nice having you as a travel companion, said the professor, because there was a familiar sort of thrum thrum noise, and before I had a chance to press the red button, we were deposited, balloon and all, on the enormous metal deck of a flying saucer, with a number of very grumpy-looking, green, blobby people staring at us with too many eyes. They did not look pleased. "Aha!" said several of the green, gobby people at the same time. "You thought you had escaped from us, and you were wrong. Now you must sign the planet over to us so that we can remodel it. We will take out all the trees and put in plastic flamingos." "Why?" "We like plastic flamingos. They think they are the We think that they are the highest and finest art form that Earth has ever achieved, and they are tidier than trees. Also, we are going to replace the clouds with scented candles." "We like scented candles too," exclaimed a huge green blobby person who looked like he was mostly made out of snot. "We also like decorative plates," said another. "We will put a decorative plate over the moon. A really big decorative plate that shows all the landmarks of the world. And then we will replace all the landmarks of the world with decorative plates with pictures of landmarks on them too. So the Eiffel Tower will be replaced by a large plate with a picture of the Eiffel Tower on it. And Australia will be replaced with a seriously big plate with Australia on it. Also, we will replace all of your mountains with embroidered cushions," said the smallest, gobbiest thing of all, with triumph in his glutinous voice. "We have learned a lot from our previous meetings," said some globs that were sticking to the wall. "If you look over there, you will see that the door to the space-time continuum you used to escape through last time is now securely locked." You might like to see a picture of some of the globby things. There's the big one. And there's the little one stuck to the wall. And they do look like they're mainly made out of snot. And that's what they've done to the door that he escaped out of last time. "Keep out, do not cross. For your convenience, please use another door." It was definitely locked. It had a huge padlock on it and a sign saying "Keep out" on it in unfriendly red letters. There were also chains around it and a tape that said "Do not cross," and a handwritten notice that said "For your convenience, please use another door." Escape was impossible. Also, "We have depowered your time machine." I looked across at Professor Steg, and his armor plates were drooping. And his tail was, well, not actually between his legs, because Stegosauruses aren't made that way, but if they were, it would have been. "We have been tracking your movements through space and time," said the large globby alien in front of a console with a screen on it. "Now see what happens when I press this Grundeldorfer," said a particularly drippy globby alien. It was half sticking to the wall, next to a large, black, shiny button. "It's called a button, I said. Nonsense! We named it after our brood aunt, Nessie Grundledorfer, the aliens. The particularly drippy alien pressed the black on the metal wall with something that might have been a finger, or it might just have been a long, slightly stiff strand of snot. There was a crackle. There was a fizz. Zzz, and standing around us, in attitudes of anger and irritation, some of the black-haired people from the jungle. Several pirates, a very unhappy-looking volcano god, a large bowl filled with piranhas, and some vampires. All the people that we've met on the adventure. One pirate, there's the Splod, the god, there's a piranha and a pirate and one other vampire and some of the people of the forest. I'm not sure that I understand what the piranhas are doing, said my sister. They were from a narrow escape earlier that I forgot to mention, said our father. Fortunately, the milk floated at a crucial moment, and it all ended for the best. I thought it might, I said. Story. Uh-oh, I said. Prepare to be keel-hauled, you scurvy dogs, shouted the pirate. Let us now sacrifice them both to the great Splod, shouted the people with shiny black hair. They stole my eye! Twice! Rumbled the mighty Splod. We want those villains and vomits violently bound up, proclaimed the tall lady vampire with tall, long fingernails. The piranhas said nothing, but they thrashed about in their bowl. Doomed, moaned Professor Steg. We cannot escape. They have frozen us in time and depowered us. Even my mighty time machine can do no more than open a small window in time and space, smaller than either of us can get through. But could you do it? I asked. Open a little window in time to our last location. Of course, but what good will that do? Quickly, I said. Do it. Professor Steg pushed the button on the box with the tip of his nose. There was a zzz and a pling, and a window opened in space, and large enough for an arm to get through. I reached in. I'll explain later, I said. Fate of the world's at stake. I grabbed the milk from me 15 minutes earlier through the tiny space-time portal. You must like milk a lot, said some green globby aliens. But that craving for lactic liquids will not make us take pity on you or let you go and spare your badly designed planet. It should, I said. What am I holding in my left hand? The milk. And what am I holding in my right hand? They paused. There he is, holding one thing, the milk in his left and the milk in his right. One alien, so green, so small, and so globby and crusted that he might have been an enormous snot bubble blown by an elephant with a terrible head cold, said, the same milk from 15 minutes earlier. I said, now, think about this one very carefully. What would happen if I touched these two things together? The globby aliens went very pale green. The pirates, shiny black-haired people, and the piranhas looked at them puzzled, seeking some kind of explanation, as did the vampires. If two things from the same time touch, proclaimed the volcano god, then the whole universe shall end. Thus saith the great and unutterable Splod. How does a volcano know so much about trans-temporal meta-science? Asked one of the pale green aliens. Being a geological formation gives you a lot of time to think, said Splod. Also, I subscribe to a number of science journals. I coughed in what I hoped was an ominous sort of way. Well, I asked. What he said, admitted the green globby aliens. The bit about the universe ending. So, I told them, unless you wish to spend the rest of your lives in a universe that no longer exists, you would better return things to the way they were, and then go away. The aliens looked at each other. They grinned. One of them pressed the grund. The vampires, pirates, piranhas, volcano god, unworshippers of the volcano god were gone. What if, one of the globby aliens suggested hopefully, we only redecorated the southern hemisphere? Not a chance, I said. Now, release us or the milk touches itself. Then, go away. Leave this planet forever. Never come back. The aliens looked at me. Then, they looked at each other. Then, they sighed, with a noise like 100 elephantine snot balloons deflating all at once. Right, they said. It was at that moment that a voice, louder than anything I had ever heard, and I've heard a volcano erupt at very close range, said, Galactic Police, do not move! My hands shook, but the milk did not touch the milk, and the universe did not end. And here is a picture of the Galactic Police. Look. There were red and blue flashing lights, and then, stepping off of their space bikes, were about half a dozen uniformed dinosaurs, holding unmistakably large and extremely serious weapons. They pointed their weapons at the green globby aliens. You are charged with breaking into people's planets and redecorating them, said a noble and imposing-looking Tyrannosaurus Rex. And then with running away and doing it again somewhere else, over and over and over again. You have committed crimes against inhabitants of 18 planets, and crimes against good taste. What we did to Rigel 4 was art, argued a globby alien. Art? There are people on Rigel 4, said an ankylosaurus, who might have looked up every night. Who have to look up every night at a moon with 3 huge bastard ducks flying across it. Sometimes something very long, with a head on the end, came over us. It was attached to a very large body on the other side of the room. And who are you? It asked Professor Steg. And why is your gorilla holding a trans-temporally dislocated milk container? I'm not a gorilla, I said. I am a human father. The human is holding the milk in order to make these evil redecorating snot bubbles go away. And stop menacing this planet and us, said Professor Steg.